Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this icy Saturday morning. I've been up for about half an hour, and what I've been doing is I've been just working on figuring out what my New Year's not resolutions, but goals are rather. So 2 years ago, I went into the new year with the goal of not drinking pop for the whole year, um, and now I'm closing in on 2 years no pop. And I don't think I'm ever going to go back to pop. But last year, my goal for 2025 was to do a serious cut, lose a serious amount of weight and get down on body fat. Really take a cut serious. Um, and that's what I did. And the goalposts ended up kind of moving throughout the year. And I ended up eating no junk food this entire year. And I have like 4 days left. And I hit the mark of uploading a video every single day for the entire year. Now those two goals I did not go into the year with, but I did go into the year with filming videos for my cut and doing a serious cut. And then the goalpost kind of moved once I started. Now I'm sitting here trying to think of some goals for 2026. And I think it's how I like to do it. Instead of setting like solidified goals, you know, um, I like to pick something that I want to achieve, right? And then obviously you have to take the steps to get there, and that'll allow you to kind of, I think, stay more consistent than if you just have a static goal. And it allows you to shift the goals around a little bit and maybe make them a little bit bigger. But now what I'm going to do, or what I already kind of started doing this morning, was identifying what I want to achieve, what I want to focus on more in the next year. And I want to set some, not rules for myself, but set a standard for myself that I need to hit day in and day out to hopefully put myself in a position to achieve what I want to achieve, and work on what I want to focus on. So like going into 2026, as far as eating, I'm thinking a goal is staying completely away from processed foods, like no energy drinks, no protein shakes. Well, I shouldn't say no protein shakes. Minimal protein shakes, not depend on protein shakes. No bread. I'm thinking if I eat bread or I want bread, it's bread that like I have to make myself. I can't just have like store bought bread. Just meat, fruit, vegetables, milk. No more like yogurt or anything. I could still have like almonds, pecans, peanuts, all them. I'm just like calling it like an ancestral type diet that if you went back like 100 years and put it on the table, people would know what it is, with exceptions. Like I still am going to allow myself to have hot sauce and seasonings, and liquid deaths, of course, but I'm gonna stay away from breads, pastas, granola bars, protein bars, things like that. My popcorn, which I can't believe I'm gonna fucking even say that out loud, but stay away from popcorn. I'm just sick of feeling bloated, Um, yeah, that's it's a nightmare. Not that I am constantly feeling bloated from these things, because like I don't necessarily eat them that much, but like rice cakes and even that, not having that, but I'm allowed like oatmeal. As far as carbs go, oatmeal, potatoes, vegetables, that type of thing. Um, I want to also focus on reading as well. My reading frequency and just yeah, I guess frequency would be the best word. Uh, I typically will read like five. I'll sit and read 5 times a week, 4 times a week. But when I do, like I read bigger chunks when I sit down. But I want to read like every day, so I'm gonna set a goal to read. I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 pages a day, something minimal. Um, and I'm gonna set like a goal of how many videos I want to upload. Nothing crazy. I'm thinking one a week, so like 50 to 52 videos for the year. Um, but nothing crazy. So the craziest goal I have would be the eating of just like no processed foods at all, and if I want bread, I have to make my own bread and shit like that. Um, but like 10 pages it would be pretty easy, but it's just one of those things that it's gonna be like not an annoyance, but I know every day I'm not gonna want to read 10 pages because as work kicks off and that life gets hectic, and it sounds so insubstantial, like, oh, it's only 10 pages, but to find that time in the day, to just try to get them 10 pages done is going to be a pain in the ass some days. It really is. And it seems like it's the easiest thing in the world, which it is at the end of the day if you really break it down and think about it. But that being said, there's days you really just don't want to read, and you really just like can't. You're gonna like just squeeze it in somewhere. But I think it's good to have a goal like that. Like uploading a video every single day this year has changed my mindset on that, and has showed me that no matter how I feel, I could still get it done. Right, and I liked waking up every morning and knowing I have to get this done. Right, like it's 7 o'clock in the morning right now, and I have a family party at my dad's Christmas party. I want to get the gym in. Not want to. I have to get the gym in. I want to hunt tonight. So like it makes you stay disciplined with your schedule and get. I had to skip some shit this year. I remember going to UFC event with Riley, and I had to leave it because my video was not on YouTube. Like I privated it and let it process. And when I got to his house, I was gonna like later on at the night upload it, and it was not there. So I had to fucking leave and go home. And it's good to have just a goal, a big goal, that you're trying to achieve, that you could chip away at every day, or that you have to wake up and contribute to every single day. So I'm gonna work through these. I'm gonna kind of reflect on what I did this year, because I feel like this has been the most transformative year of my entire life. And then I'm going to decide what I want to set, what kind of goals I want to set for the upcoming year. I'm thinking like 10 pages a day, eating no processed foods, and a video amount. I'm not totally sure yet. And I know I'll be adding some, and then, the goalposts are going to change throughout the year. Obviously, like on the 10 pages a day, that's not going to change. You can't really, unless I wanted to ramp it up, but I'm thinking I want to read like 20 books to 24 books in the year, which isn't crazy. But it's a consistent goal. With books, I go kind of through ebbs and flows of like completing books, right? Like I'll go like a month or two without completing a book, but I'll like have a couple books half read, just because I don't have the time. So I think, right? But what I found is like as my schedule starts to slow down, obviously, then I start to like these couple months between like say November, December, January, February, March. Like November to March is when I finish most of my books, to be honest, because then work starts to pick back up. But if I'm reading just 10 pages consistently a day, that's 70 pages a week. So I should be able to get, a book and a half, 2 books done in a month. So that should be no problem. So I'm not going to necessarily say I want 2 books a month. I'm going to say like 2 books a month or 24 books in the year. So I could either do like, I could pick up my slack, so to say. But if I'm doing 10 pages a day, I should have no problem doing 2 books a month. But I'll do like a book a month, a book a month, a book a month, a book a month, 3 books in a month, uh, 4 books in a month, 3 books in a month, 3 books in a month, and then back to 1 book a month, then to maybe a book every month and a half. So just want to get that consistency down. So focus on nutrition, reading, and these videos. Not bad. I urge everybody else to do that. Don't just set like your big New Year's resolution that like pick goals that you want to take for like the rest of your life. Uh, like with pop, my motivation was okay. I'm gonna go this year without pop, and then hopefully the momentum is built there, and I won't have to drink it for the rest of my life. And I don't plan on it. And same thing with the eating clean this year. I set it as I wanted to eat clean, just to have a cut, and I knew I'd feel pretty different while I was cutting about eating, and I would have the momentum already to keep carrying on. I thought I was gonna go 6 months, and then by 6 months, I was like, I'll go the whole year. And now that the year's over, I don't see really a point in ever going back to eating anything bad, to be honest. Like I probably won't go back to pizza and wings and fried foods and all that because I haven't had it in a year and I've survived. So, what would be the point? I'm always just gonna look for the healthy option now. All right. I got a lot to do today, so I got to get this edited and uploaded. You know the drill. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.